Hello, everybody! Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and this one over Winchester, which, if you do not know, because I think a lot of people didn't know, was a movie that came out this weekend. Instead, the number one movie this week was Jumanji. I know Jumanji was not the train wreck that we really were thinking it was. Sorry, this is going to be a tangent just to start us all off with.
I'm going to say Winchester was better.
Yeah, there's that. And not only that, but Jumanji is nothing to write home about. At its core, it's okay. There's nothing that's, oh, I need to see this multiple times. Like Star Wars, I could say, see it multiple times. Hell, even some of the movies we have seen so far, even Maze Runner, if you are really into Maze Runner movies, I'm pretty sure you'd want to see it multiple times. Why is Jumanji holding so good? That's confusing me to no end. I don't know. But since I don't want to talk about Jumanji anymore, since I really don't remember much about Jumanji except for it was a thing that came out last year, let's talk about Winchester. And as always, even though she's on my right this time, Megan's going to start us off, so I'm going to ask her, what did you think about Winchester?
It was good. Yeah, from the trailer, it looks like, your typical horror film. But it really fucks with expectations.
It's not as messing with your expectations as some horror films. But I would say it still does play with different things in an interesting way.
Like, there's one thing. They set up a jump scare. And it's like, okay, it genuinely frightened the both of us. We both jumped.
It was almost, oh, Jesus, damn it.
It's like, okay, holy no, where we thought y'all were going with that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say, those who do not like jump scares, the loud burn of noise and all that, this movie does have them. I think it's a much more
Psychological.
It's a smaller usage of the jump scares. Like those who've seen The Woman in Black, which I thought was actually a really damn good Hammer film. Anybody who has not seen it needs to go see it. It's really freaking creepy as shit too. Like Woman in Black just makes me on edge the entire time. Like if you watched me when I went and rented it, I was just sitting there with my shirt just going the whole time, just freaking shaking. Like I love the movie, but I don't think I could watch it again right away. Because it just makes me unnerved the entire time. There is some decent psychological stuff. And legitimately there's actually some pretty good acting throughout most of this movie. None of it is...
the kid's not too bad.
Yeah, pretty much there's 4, maybe 5 main characters. Well, main actors in this film.
Yeah.
The main one that we all see in the previews, of course, that they keep touting is Helen Mirren, which I still don't know how they got Helen Mirren in this. But she's good as Sarah Winchester.
The widow of, was it William Winchester?
I think his name was William Winchester, the gentleman who actually created the Winchester.
Either William or Walter. I want to say it's William.
Oh.
But yeah, the guy who created the Winchester rifle, who...
Pretty much the gun that won the West, as everybody knows. Because it's the gun that pretty much made the Wild West it.
Yeah, for those that aren't familiar with the story, this is actually sort of inspired by true events. I don't know how true to life the supernatural parts are, but I do know that stories say that Sarah Winchester, she was in constant contact with her, I don't want to say her late husband.
Yeah.
Her husband's spirit. And he constantly told her, like, okay, make this addition to the house, make this addition, constantly telling her to make different additions to the house so that it was never finished. And there's, like, rooms leading to nowhere, staircases and hallways that lead nowhere, and I want to say it was to confuse the spirits.
There's a bunch of different little reasonings. The reason the film uses is to house them, to give them avenues of which they can be at. Though that doesn't...
To help some move on.
Yeah. Which I legitimately like that idea. That was like, oh, okay, so technically it's making Sarah Winchester pretty much one of the first mediums. I know there's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of, mediums that are completely rubbish and bullshit. I totally get that, and I know if you cannot suspend your disbelief for that. Here, though, it's meant to be
She's kind of a ghost whisperer. She can, or at least in the sense that she can feel their presence.
in a way. Well, what I'm just trying to say is like this one. It doesn't try to say it's like okay, well, this is totally true to life. Like this is again, it says based on true story. It's like
Yeah.
it's not like with The Conjuring where it's like this totally truly happened. It's like no, we already know that Ed and what's her name?
Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, they're fucking carnars. So yeah, just gonna throw that out there. This one does strip say it's like, all right, it may have happened, may not have happened. We don't know. This is kind of just going on what the folklore of the entire house is. Those who've never been to the Winchester house, the first act of this movie really takes place in the true Winchester house. And holy shit, is it weird. Like, the house itself it's a great backdrop just to shoot in. And honestly, this movie does constantly, even though there's a lot of scenes in the light, like in daytime, there's still constantly this pervasive feeling of there's something not right.
I was about to say there's something there,
Yeah.
and it's more of a psychological, like trying to tell a story than actually trying to, like,
Boogity boogity boo.
yeah.
Which, I like that. That's the reason
Yeah.
why I enjoyed Woman in Black. That's the reason why I enjoyed Sinister. Hell, that's the reason why Wish Upon was such a disappointment, because it could have tried to tell a interesting story, but instead it was Final Destination. This does try to tell an interesting story. Mind you, if you break it down, it's something that's not new. To sum this up, I'm going to try not to actually spoil what happens in the movie itself, though I will say characters go through hell and back, and probably the weakest actress is Sarah Snook, I think is her name.
Snook.
She is Sarah Winchester's
Niece
in this movie.
Marion Marriott.
Yeah, she's not terrible, just her delivery is a little all over the place, and there's at times you can hear her accent come through. She's obviously not, American. She's Australian, because this movie was filmed in Australia. Well, the parts that weren't filmed in the house.
Yeah.
But Jason Clarke, he's actually legitimately, you enjoy him being around. He's kind of a scumbag at the beginning, not in the worst ways, but he's wanting to take advantage of some people, wanting to do shady shit. But I liked him. It's like you could tell it's like whenever in Terminator Genocide, when he was in that, it didn't help the writing in that movie was very bad, but in that I was like, okay, it looks like he wants to have fun with this, but they're not giving him material that's worth a shit. And it's like, okay, so he actually can legitimately act well, and not only that, but he can be a pretty good asshole when he really needs to be. And of course, Helen Mirren's fun as always. She's good in this. But yeah, I rather enjoyed the hell out of this. It's not my favorite horror film, because I'm trying to think how to describe it. Pretty much one super evil spirit is around and they have to defeat it. Really, that sums up the movie there. That's what the main last act of the movie. And to be fair, the first act didn't have a plot, per se. There's like the undertones of a plot, but I think that worked for it. Because really, this big evil spirit never came up till about the halfway point. I don't think the movie truly needed that, though when I start to look back on maybe this movie actually kind of did need to have some kind of a plot, but I would have been happy just without a plot. But it's always easy to please sometimes. Look at some of the shit I love. But
Including me.
you ain't shit, baby. Trust me. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a creepy, dreading movie at times, and I thought its horror was actually pretty well done, because the CGI is minimalistic. There's a few points where you can notice it, and when it is, it's noticeable, but anytime there were ghosts, they were actually, like, physical people. And the makeup on them was actually pretty good, too.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I even made comments like, I think the makeup department actually did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not quite 13 ghosts, but it's pretty good makeup. Yeah, if y'all ever have missed out on the Black Castle, I think is the name of their group. Yeah, Black Castle production company. Whenever they first came around, they pretty much just did remakes of old horror movies. They did the remake of 13 Ghosts with Tony Shalhoub and what's her name from American Pie? What's her name? Nadia.
Elizabeth something or other.
Not Elizabeth Hurley, but
yeah, it's
oh damn, it's gonna... Shannon Elizabeth is her name. That's what it is.
I knew it was Elizabeth.
Yeah, because I was like, no, I thought her name was Shannon. I'm like, wait, Elizabeth? Oh yeah, she's got 2 first names. Yeah.
Well, she got a first name for her last name.
I know. But that movie, I actually legitimately like. And if you have to get it on DVD though, because it explains the backstory for all the ghosts. Mm-hmm. And
it had so much depth.
Yeah, like when I eventually showed it to her, I showed her that first, and then we watched the movie, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we watched the movie and then we saw the...
Yeah, I probably should have done it backwards. But it's just... Like, there's a lot of stuff you're like, okay. With a lot of the ghosts. And not only that, the ghosts look fucking weird and creepy.
Yeah. Well, a little bit you see some of them, because some of them you just kind of see in kind of a...
Yeah,
like,
just kind
little
of
flashes.
Flicker and all that.
Yeah. Like the guy who wrecked his car.
Yeah. You just see him a little bit, and also the
car in the box with him. It's like that. I didn't even notice until like the DVD feature. It's like, huh. Didn't notice that. It was like just flicker.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I would say though this has, like I said, this is a good story for what it is. It's not groundbreaking, but it's well done enough. And hey, it still creeps the shit out of me.
like, you jumping.
Yeah.
That was a first.
Well, to be fair, it's like, it was one of those like, okay, didn't do it. Oh, damn it, you did something else. It's like, but to be fair, whenever it does, yeah, I'm so glad it didn't do the jump scares that were the false jump scares. Like, if there was a jump scare, it was a legitimate jump scare. It was like, there's something creepy coming at you, or something creepy doing something.
Yeah, they used jump scares to great effect. And they didn't use them very often. Mm-hmm. But when they did, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it would make you go... And you want to do that the whole time.
Yeah, like, what little jump scares they do is just... Like I said, fucks with your expectations.
Yeah.
It's like, if you think they're going one way, it's like, no, they veer off the road and just into a ditch. Just
yeah.
It's like right into a tree or something. It's like.
So, I know I've spoken a lot already about this, so what do you want to say about this film?
No, it was good. Go see it.
Oh, so curious.
Helen Mirren is awesome in this. I will say that.
Helen Mirren's kind of pretty good in everything she's in, so. Hell, even I would say Jason Clarke's good in everything he's in. I've seen him in. Because even though Terminator Genesis was fucking terrible, he at least was fun. Like, at least I was like, he looks like he's trying to have a ball. Mm-hmm. And hell, they even got Michael Jai White to actually have emotion for a second or two. It's like, how they did that, I don't know. They must have held a gun to his head, or, we're threatening to kill your puppy.
Thanks for the image, honey.
Don't worry, Arnold Schwarzenegger petted afterwards. I shall not terminated now. Oh, I lose my damn mind. So, what would you give this, though, as a final score?
Losing? I assume you ever had one to begin with. Yeah, my score, I think I'd have to give it a 9.
I can give it a 9, huh?
Hmm?
I can't be that high. It does not help. I've seen a ton of horror movies.
Yeah.
And it's not quite the best. Like I've said, it's still too simplistic of a story.
Yeah, I wish we'd had more, more background on some of the other ghosts and...
Yeah, that actually would have been really good. I would like to have seen more of the other ghosts. Really, it focuses on one, which is a bit of a letdown for me.
And some of them appear at the end. It's like
some of them have some interesting things to them, and you're like how they look, and it's like I want to know more.
I was like, that's the only thing that I can think of that it was like kind of the downfall of this movie. Just it's like I want to know more about some of these other ghosts.
Yeah. But it's hard to consider that much of a down thing whenever you want to learn more about it. And I would say it's like, if y'all are interested in learning more about the Winchester house, read up about it, go visit it. It's in San Jose, California. It's supposedly one of the most haunted places ever. I do want to go visit it one day. Just shits and giggles. And that's something else I can say. This is a hell of a tourism ad for the entire house. It's like, hey, I don't want to go visit the Winchester house. But I give it a 7. It's still a good movie. It's not the greatest, but this is better than some of the horror films we've been given, like fucking Rings. Ugh. Yeah, this time last year I remembered we were watching Rings.
Wishing you could join that one guy who was asleep.
Yeah. That was fucking out. Or like Wish Upon.
Or no, that wasn't Rings, that was Blair Witch. Or
No, it was
Rings.
It was Rings. Or
no, Blair Witch was the come on, bring the kids.
Yeah, bring a fucking baby and a toddler. Oh my god. Fuck. Parents of the Year. They were Parents of the Year right next to the son of a bitch who brought 3 little kids, the oldest maybe 5, to Hardcore Henry.
Or what about the guy that took his kids to see
Fantastic Beasts? Fantastic Beasts and left them.
Yeah, just like went on, I guess maybe went to go see another movie and it's like
it's a good thing we're not diddlers.
Like, good thing we're not like pedophiles or child killers or anything. It's like,
like I said, diddlers. Child diddlers. But yeah, this is a 7. This is a good horror movie, especially compared to what we've been getting so much recently. And again, I think its biggest problems are just that the story's a little by the numbers. And like Megan, I agree, it need to have more explanation for some of the ghosts. Though I think that might have pushed the runtime.
Yeah.
Or they could have just made it all about these different ghosts instead of focusing on one. I think would have helped a little bit. Make the movie like an hour and 45 minutes long and focus on like 5 different ghosts. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get a sequel and we'll learn about the others.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of... I would enjoy a sequel to this film.
Yeah, I will go see that.
Yeah, if it's a sequel on the film that builds upon the premise of this first one, I'd be interested. I'd be like, alright, sign me up. I will say, we did get to see a hilarious trailer for a movie called Truth or Dare. It's supposed to be a horror film that is trying to be so hard to be scary, and it's hard to... Very shiny like this.
Do you want to play Truth or Dare? It's like...
Okay, I first finished laughing. Oh, yeah, if you want to go see this, if you're curious about it, go see it. It's actually worth it. It's well worth the movie ticket. I think you're going to be creeped out by it. I think you're going to legitimately jump here and there like hell I did. Mm-hmm. I'm a cynical son of a bitch who doesn't jump. Got me, movie.
Yeah, he doesn't. The jump scares don't get to him quite as easily.
Yeah.
Not as easily as they do me.
Mm-hmm.
You tell you one time I'm watching, was it Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we were watching the clown party. No, you didn't do just one. You like slapped the ever-living shit on my arm. I was like... I was like, what's on me?
I'm going to crap at your shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, go see Winchester. Well worth the money. And please, quit giving Jumanji money. Why? That's all I have to keep asking people.
I mean, The Rock's good in it, but this movie is better.
Yeah, this movie was a better movie. It's easily a much better movie than Jumanji.
Yeah, it looks like a typical horror film, but it's not. It's so much more than that.
So, yeah, that's all I can say about it.
Go see it! Can't say that enough.
Yeah, because we're going to go see next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Can we just, like, cheat and, like, not see that?
No, we got... It's either that or Peter Rabbit. Neither one look good.
I was saying, I don't want to see either one. Yeah, Peter Rabbit looks stupid. 50 Shades looks... rage-inducing. I think I'd almost rather see Peter Rabbit, just see Like stupidity over rage inducing.
I think Peter Rabbit will also be about an hour or half hour shorter. Who knows? So until then, y'all, we'll be back with 50 Shades Free. So bye.
Or possibly Peter Rabbit if I can talk him into it. Bye bye.